Please share this video with anyone who is unable to accept Shaul or Paul as an apostle of our Mashiach. As you will see, their eternity is at stake if they do not repent. Before I begin, we see that we have a clear warning from another taught one of the Mashiach, Kepha or Peter, about the writings of Shaul. Not accepting Shaul and speaking bad about him is very dangerous and very prideful. You are saying that you, 2,000 years later, figured it out, but Kepha or Peter or any of the other taught ones of our Mashiach didn't know that Shaul was evil? ? So those that deny Shaul also then would have to deny the book of Acts. We see in Acts chapter 9, verse 15, but Yahuwah said to him, "Go, for he is a chosen vessel of mine to bear my name before nations, sovereigns, and the children of Israel." A couple things. As you probably noticed, I said Yahuwah instead of the master, because when you look into it, there was a placeholder used by the scribes that showed that this word was the name of our Creator, and they did not want it to be translated into a common or general title. I do not want to get off topic, but it is very important to understand that our Mashiach literally came in his Father's name. There's witnesses of him being called Yahuwah all throughout the New Covenant writings. I've spoken a good amount about this phenomenon, so if you are interested in more, I can share that with you. Our Mashiach calls Shaul his chosen vessel. Okay, so just know that if you're wrong, you will be judged on this specifically, as you do not believe that his words are true. The Mashiach is the word. Therefore, we have to believe everything he says, because everything he says is. And we see Shaul was given Hokmah, or wisdom. The Ruach HaKodesh, or the set-apart spirit, is Hokmah. And Hananiah went away and went into the house, and laying his hands on him, he said, "Brother Shaul, Yahuwah, who appeared to you on the way as you came, has sent me, so that you might see again and be filled with the Ruach HaKodesh, the set-apart spirit." There is nothing new under the sun. The same false doctrines that we hear in our day and age have been circulating for 2,000 years. And this includes a sect that did not accept the Apostle Paul. We read in Irenaeus Against Heresies, Book 3, about a group of people who could not admit the Apostle Shaul or Paul. Irenaeus was a taught one of Polycarp, who was a disciple of Yahuchanan or John. Just so you know what you are saying that the taught ones of our Mashiach, who objectively had the Ruach HaKodesh, the set-apart spirit within them, and the taught one of Polycarp, who was taught by Yahuchanan in 180 AD, were all deceived about the Apostle Shaul. But you, 2,000 years later, have received some sort of revelation about this. Is this true? He goes on to say, for in his epistle to the Corinthians, he speaks expressly of prophetical gifts and recognizes men and women prophesying in the assemblies, sinning, therefore, in all these particulars against the Ruach of Elohim. They fall into the irremissible sin. Irremissible of a crime, unpardonable of a fault or offense, too severe to be pardoned, unforgivable. It is an unforgivable sin because you are rejecting the Ruach of our Creator within Shaul and saying and confessing that the Ruach that is within him, or the spirit that is within him, is an evil spirit. Therefore, that's blasphemy of the Ruach HaKodesh, according to our Mashiach. Truly, I say to you, all the sins shall be forgiven the sons of men, and whatever blasphemes they speak. But he who blasphemes against the Ruach HaKodesh has no forgiveness forever, but is subject to everlasting judgment, because they said he has an unclean spirit. We all have a point in our walk when we start reading the scriptures where we do not understand Shaul's writings. And Kepha even acknowledges this. But ask yourself, is it more righteous to pray and fast upon these writings and to beg and to cry out for interpretation? Or you immediately reject it because you found a group of people who believe in your current mindset? The same doctrines that were deceiving men 2,000 years ago are still deceiving men in our day. Pray for truth, worship in Ruach, not by man.